Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is your boy, Grip and Rip Sports Cards, back here with another video for you guys today. And today we're going to be talking about retail sports cards hitting an all-time low, and the decline continues. That is right, guys. It just doesn't end for retail sports cards, and I'm genuinely starting to feel bad, right? And it's crazy, right? So we'll talk all about it. Before we can do that, thank you guys so much for joining me. Hopefully you guys had a great NFL Sunday. My Pittsburgh Steelers did not. But it is what it is. Can we get 100 likes? 100 likes minimum on this video would be awesome if you guys can do that for me, as that's the best way you can help me grow this channel is by hitting that like button. And speaking of growing the channel, we're doing a giveaway. We're giving away hobby packs of Series 2. All you got to do to enter is be publicly subscribed, like this video, turn on the post notifications for all the content you see on the channel, and last, but certainly not least, leave a comment in the comment section who your all-star representatives were on your favorite team, and I'll pick the winner once we hit 7,000 subscribers. So there's that. I'd really like to do it by the end of September. That would be awesome if we can do that. I don't know how realistic that is, but hey, man, if you're new to the channel, we upload literally every single day here, ranging from different topics like, for example, this week we're doing Bowman Chrome release week this week, so pretty big week on the channel, as Bowman Chrome is a heavy hitter set for most people. And yeah, so there's that. And let's talk about Channel of the Month. So Channel of the Month for September is Sports Card Ripping Teacher. Go give him a subscribe. Link is in the description. If you guys want some new sports card channels to watch, he's there for you. And if you guys want to win the month of October, all you got to do is, if you make sports card videos, let me know what kind of sports card videos you make. That's all you got to do. I'll go watch everyone's videos, and I'll come up with a winner for October, come October 1st. So yeah, there's that. So let's get into it. And again, I apologize. I'm still a little bit under the weather. You're going to hear me cough. You're going to hear me sniffle. It is what it is. But I don't know. This cold is all over the place. Like, it was really bad, and then it got really good. And then now I have a cough that has been lingering me for like 4 days now. And, it's awful. It's awful. Coughs are literally the worst. There's nothing else much I can say about that. So if I cough, just bear with me, because it's going to be a little while before my voice gets back to normal. But yeah, let's get into it. Retail sports cards again. Retail sports cards were so good not too long ago, If you guys collected in 2018, which I know probably most of you guys probably did, maybe, I don't know. There could be a lot of people who maybe started after 2018, but 2018 was a golden year for Topps. It's crazy. We're only 5 years out of that. Like 5 years to the day next month in October will mark 5 years since the release of 2018 Topps Update, widely considered one of the best sets in the modern era, right? And, it's only been 5 years. It seems like a lifetime ago, but at the same time, if you really sit there and think about it, like, wow, damn, it's really only been 5 years. And just think back. Think back to, maybe even 2020, 2021. When, retail sports cards could actually be worth it, Now, I'm not saying all retail sports cards aren't worth it, because that's not the truth. Because, for example, Bowman. Look at Bowman this year. The Bowman Blaster Box thing right here. Probably the best set of the year retail-wise. Had to have been. You're pulling autographs every which way out of that stuff, compared to hobby boxes, which I believe were what, like $300, right? You get 2 autographs for $300 in a hobby box of Bowman. I pulled 2 autographs in 2 blaster boxes for $70 with that stuff. It was insane. I still have more to open. I guarantee there might be another autograph in a couple of those boxes we have. There might very well be. I don't know. Might open them, might not. I'm not entirely sure. But, some retail sports cards are worth it. Like, for example, another example, Bowman Chrome. A lot of people don't have $300 plus, $400 to spend on a hobby box of Bowman Chrome. So luckily, they're making a monster box format for Bowman Chrome. That's a Walmart exclusive. I don't know what's coming out, which I'm kind of actually skeptical about, because we literally, to be honest with you, we haven't heard a single thing about it. So they should be out, but again, there is no really confirmation of that just yet, but there should be soon. Bowman Chrome, you know, $60, maybe $70 for a monster box. If you don't want to spend $300, you buy that. You know, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not buying a hobby box of Bowman Chrome. Absolutely not. Those things are going to be like $400 by the end of the month. Guaranteed. Guaranteed by the end of October, or I should say end of September, those boxes will be at least $400. At least. Not even joking, right? But let's talk about other sets that aren't Bowman or something on the lines of that, right? Retail sports cards, and, you know, why I'm bringing this topic up today is because I actually had a vendor reach out to me, you know, via DMs on my Instagram. And he is a subscriber to the channel, and he DM'd me and said, you know what? Everything you have said about retail sports cards has been spot on. Because, you know, he's a vendor at a Walmart. He does Walmart locations. And in his area as well. And he describes his area very similar to mine. How it's a very small-esque town area. And how he goes to other places that are really small, desolate areas. And he says, like, sports cards just don't sell. You know? He said, what you're saying about most areas that aren't like a downtown Pittsburgh or like a New York City or a big populated area. Yeah, he said, like, you know, you're absolutely correct. Like, sports cards are not selling in these small areas. And, you know, do I find this shocking? Absolutely not. You know, and I even asked him, I was like, why do you think they're not selling? Because I was maybe trying to get some info out of him. Maybe I didn't know to relay to you guys. And his words are as follows. For the price, you don't get much. That was literally what he said. For the price, you don't get much. And that's exactly the truth. And that's the sad truth. See, I brought up 2018 for a good reason. Because 2018, they were so good with, you know, putting parallels and things like that into retail, right? I don't know if I ever told this story, but I might have. When 2018 update came out, like, I was lucky enough to know, like, I actually thought about it. I believe I would have been, what grade would I have been in 2018? I would have been in 11th grade. 11th grade, I believe. Yeah, I would have been 11th grade. But I knew how good that set was going to be. With those rookies, because, you know, Juan Soto, Acuna, and Shohei, I mean, at the time, Juan Soto. Now, not really so much now, but back then, like, he was a megastar, right? He was going onto the scene. I watched, like, literally one of his first games ever. They played the Pirates in Pittsburgh, like, a week into his career, and I actually got to see him play very, very early on, right? So I knew that set was going to be good. So I saved up a lot of money for that set, because I knew it was going to be, you know, a great set. And I bought at least $1,000+ in retail stuff on that set. Never bought a single hobby box for that set. All I bought was fat packs and hanger boxes and a retail display box in its entirety on like MLBshop.com or something like that back in the day. And I made out. Like, I got every single rookie card you could ever imagine out of that. I have duplicates. I think I have, like, literally, out of that set, I think I have, like, 15+ Juan Sotos. I have, like, I think 13 Acunas. And I have a bunch of Shohei. I can't even describe. I mean, I even have the parallels. I definitely have parallels. I have a rookie debut gold of Acuna, I know. I'd stashed away here somewhere. I have a parallel of Shohei, a gold as well. So I have a lot, right? And I knew. But let's fast forward back to 2023, 5 years later. Like, if I bought $1,000 in Series 1, like, for example, of 2023, y'all would call me effing stupid. And I would call myself that, too. Because, you know, I get that there's more collectors today than 2018. I get that, you know, because the whole boom and the whole scalping situation of 2020 happened and everything like that, which brought a lot of older collectors into the scene. Because here's how it worked, if you guys are unfamiliar with how this whole boom started. You know, in 2020 when we were on lockdown, you know, these older collectors, you know, went through their stuff, like, you know, because they had nothing else better to do in the house because we were all bored. And we looked through our old sports cards and they're like, well, how about I start collecting sports cards again? You know, and that's how the boom started, right then and there. Stuff like that. Same with Pokemon. Pokemon was the same way in football and every other sport, right? But there has to be a middle ground here, right? A middle ground needs to be reached with retail sports cards, because we are seeing in my area, even this vendor's area that he even like vends, they just don't sell. And I know my area is not the only area like that. It can't be. Now, if you live in a more populated area, that's a whole different story. That is a complete whole different story, because obviously more competition equals less product for you, but at the same time for me, less competition for me equals more product for me if I wanted it. But another problem I've been running into as of late with my Walmarts especially is I think my vendor quit. I think. Because my local Walmart literally stocked once the last like 2.5 months. And that has been it. So I think, truthfully, I think that the Walmart employees stock my retail sports card shelf, because they're all just thrown in there all together. It's not really like in an orderly fashion. So I think like my vendor quit. I think so. And they haven't filled the position. I think that's what it is. I don't know. Obviously, I haven't seen a vendor. I've been to my Walmart. I go to my Walmart like literally like 4 times a week sometimes, 5 times a week sometimes, to look for like toys and things like that too when they stock. But the card section is just bare as bear can get, you know, literally as bear can get, you know. But retail sports cards, you know, it's a shame, you know, like I'll reference back to 2018 again. They are in no way even close to what that was back then. You know, there's so many new sets today. There's so many new different things to collect now. They pump out all these different sets. Well, they delay them and then they put them out in November and December is what I really should say, because that's really what happens. If you guys are unaware about that, guess what? This Christmas season, make sure you tell Santa Claus what you want, because there's going to be a lot of different sets this Christmas season. But we'll get to that when we get to that. We're still like at least 2 months away from getting to the nitty-gritty of that stuff, because when it gets to about mid-October, late October, early November is when we could really start bitching about that, because it's really going to be evident at that point what they're trying to do. But we have a little ways to go until that comes around. But, you know, we're at a standstill right now with retail sports cards. You know, some sets will absolutely sell. Like I said, Bowman sold. Bowman Chrome monster boxes will sell. Chrome sold semi-decently. Now, I have very rarely seen it because my Walmart don't stock, so I have to go to Target to find it, which is better for me, honestly, because it's $5 cheaper there. But that's selling decently well because of the buyback promotion and things like that. I still have yet to see Platinum Chrome. That has not been stocked at all since. I might have to buy one of those boxes online. I want to open a box because I want to see what it's all about, but I can't because I can't find it. So, you know, it's ridiculous. But to wrap this video up, the last segment is we're at a standstill right now, right? And I always like to bring this up when we talk about retail sports cards. The 3 O's. Overpriced, overproduced, oversaturated. And that truly is the problem with retail sports cards right now. Because a lot of those sets, think to yourself, let's look at Series 1. Was Series 1 from 2023 overpriced for what you got? Absolutely. Was it oversaturated with all base cards and stars of the MLB? Absolutely. and overproduced. Who knows how many blaster boxes and retail boxes they printed of that stuff, because I still, to this day, see those boxes at stores, depending on the location, which is ridiculous, because that literally came out in February, but here we are talking about it. It's still out there. Hell, you want to know something even funnier? I still see Chrome boxes from 2022 on the shelf in some locations as well. For obvious reasons, because that product absolutely freaking sucked compared to everything else that they released. For obvious reasons, you know, no short prints and things like that. That set was awful. So that rightfully so sits on the shelf and collects dust. But they need to, like, change it up, you know. I always talk about evolution. Evolution is necessary for survival in anything. You could talk about a living thing. You could talk about products like this. You know, evolution is necessary for survival. You have to evolve. You have to evolve with the times, because time waits for nobody, right? Retail sports cards, it is time to evolve. I don't know what they do. I know they're not going to lower the price. So anybody out there who thinks we're going back to $20 blaster boxes, hell will freeze over before we get to that point. So that's never happening. Do they print less? I honestly think they should. I think they should print less. So that way we can get more parallels into the product and things like that. The fact in these blaster boxes, it's 1 in every 99 packs contains a gold, is utterly pathetic. That is 1 in 10 boxes of Series 1 blaster boxes contains a gold card, which is probably no more than a couple bucks because it's numbered to 2023. Utterly, pathetically ridiculous. That should not be the case at all. So, to wrap this video up, sports cards in the retail front need to evolve. Hobby is a complete different story. We don't even have to touch a hobby, because hobby sells no matter what because of the guarantees, which I always say, if you're buying $100 in retail, why not just buy a hobby box and get 2 guaranteed autographs? My point still stands. No one has yet to give me a solid answer as to why they choose $100 in sports cards for retail version. But it is what it is. That's pretty much all I got for you. Throat's starting to get a little sore here, but you know what? It's all for the love of the man, my pack just fell on the ground. Well, we'll get another pack because I really don't feel like picking that one up right now. We'll get another pack and we'll just use this one today and the next one for tomorrow. So yeah, let me know what you think. You know, it is what it is. I have not bought a lot of retail sports cards as of late. Sports cards as in general, I just haven't seen anything. And there hasn't been anything new out. The next thing we have out is Bowman Chrome next week. And then after that, we got Allen and Ginter. And then after that, this pack is like super heavy. I don't know what's going on here. Let's see. Adolis Garcia. Jose Ramirez. We have another autograph. Wow, look at that. So, this is my 3rd autograph in this box. Wow. What? Huh. Yeah, this is my 3rd autograph. Hold on. I'll show you. I'll show you. Let me put that on the last 2 cards are these guys. I'll show you here real quick. Where are we at? Are they here anywhere? So here's one autograph. Where's the other one? Let me find the other one. Let me find the other one. It should be over here somewhere. Maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, this is my 3rd autograph in this box. Huh. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm not. I find it very interesting. Although the autographs haven't really been that great. But, yeah, I got 3 autographs. I don't know where the other one even is. Like, what the hell? I thought it was right there, but I guess it's not. Is it in this stack? Is it in... Oh, here it is. Is this it right here? I believe it is. Yeah, it is. So check this out. Check this out before we wrap this video up. So these 2 aren't in top loaders yet because I haven't put them in there. But we got Cutter Crawford, we got Tyler Gilbert, and we got Jake Cousins. I think they're all pitchers. Literally, they're all freaking pitchers, I think. But yeah, 3 autographs in one box. That's pretty interesting, not going to lie. Not gonna lie. So I got a bonus autograph in my box of Gallery. Huh. I mean, I ain't complaining. I was wondering why we got 2 autographs so early on. I had a sneaky suspicion that we were going to get a third. I had a sneaky suspicion, and luckily, I was right. So guys, let me know what you think about retail sports cards, and I'll see you guys in the next video.